Things that are happening with Network Referral Group. I'm Leon Thomas. You're here for NRG this week. Here we go. Welcome again to NRG this week. We're here every Monday at 8 a.m. Eastern, which means if you're in California, it's 5 a.m. and we're glad to have you watch this show. And you can watch replays during the week right through these same social media networks. We're here with NRG President and CEO Mike Weiner. Let's bring him on the screen. Mike, how you doing?
I am doing absolutely awesome, Leon. How are you this morning?
Everything is great. We're doing just groovy. It's another great week. Another great week for me. How about for you? Tell me some good things that are happening with NRG, Mike.
There's a heat wave going on around the country and the world, and there's a heat wave going on with NRG, Leon. We've got so much going on. Amberly with Send Out Cards will be on our speaker series tomorrow evening. We've got a bunch of meetings coming up this week, including the NRG Experience Wednesday night. And we're gonna close out July in a heat wave, man. So a lot of exciting stuff going on, and we'd love to have a lot of new folks coming out to the meetings this week.
And Mike, if someone wants to learn more about Network Referral Group or you or anything about the organization, how do they do it?
Best way to get a hold of me, Leon, is my cell number, which is 443-756 9656 443-756-9656, and you can either text me or give me a call.
And Mike, one of the things that you've been talking about for a while now, and I want to make sure that our viewers understand it, that although the name of the company, the name of the organization is Network Referral Group, it's so much more than networking. Talk about some of the other things that happens when one becomes an NRG member.
Leon, great question. We're a one-stop shop. We have networking, we have extravaganzas, which we do quarterly to bring the whole nation and the world together. We have a mastermind, which Michelle Wilson, my VP, does. We have a speaker series. We've got another event this Tuesday night. We've got just everything: education, information, motivation, inspiration, networking, referrals on the spot, which is unheard of in the networking industry. And my goal is to provide a one-stop shop. So for the small business owner who's just getting started to the seasoned sales professional and everybody in between.
Now, Mike, you used the term referrals on the spot. I know what that means, but for someone who doesn't know, what do you mean when you say referrals on the spot? Take 15 seconds, explain what that is, and then we're going to meet the cool guests that you have available for us today.
You know what, Leon? You get 3 referrals at your first meeting before you even join, before you're officially aboard. So I like to help people, show them what it's about. Then once they join, I do more referrals. We had 3 new members join on Friday afternoon, and I've done 23-way text intros for them, in addition to the 3 that they received at their first meeting. So that's what I mean by referrals on the spot. They walk away with something productive.
Wow, that's really hot. That's good stuff. Really good stuff going on at NRG. Mike, tell us about the guest you have for today's show.
I am really excited today. We've got 2 sisters on, and they're in my Philadelphia NRG group, the City of Brotherly Love. We've got Ruth and we've got Jackie. Ruth does content writing, does a phenomenal job. We've gotten to know each other. She's actually, both of our members are in their second year, and Jackie was originally from Frederick, Maryland, which is pretty close to where I live, and she's just a travel extraordinaire. She's got a lot of excitement and energy, and I love working with these 2 women every single Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern on the Zoom. So it's my privilege to introduce Ruth and Jackie.
Ruth, good morning.
Good morning.
And Jackie, good morning to you.
So good to be
And good
here.
morning to you, Leon.
Now
Thank you for
listen,
having me.
It's great to have you here, but let's talk about Philadelphia for a moment because I got a Philadelphia connection, right? Check it out. Way back when. So when someone says 3 ways, that's probably like 30 years or so. But I don't know. There's nothing official on that. I used to manage a hotel in Philadelphia, in Center City, Philly. At the time, it was called the Hawthorne Suites. It was connected to the Pennsylvania Convention Center right by Chinatown at 11th and Vine. Yeah, that was my place. I ran that hotel. It was a really groovy time. And used to walk a couple blocks up to Reading Terminal Market. Yeah, and put on a bunch of weight. Yeah, put on a bunch of weight. It was a pretty cool thing. Yeah. So Jackie, let's start with you. Tell us about your business.
Well, I'll tell you, travel is back, baby. People are on the move. Those that are moving during the summer are not having as good a time as others, but generally, people are back in the skies. They're visiting Europe's great landmarks. And my job is to make your vacation as seamless and as enjoyable and as relaxing as possible. It's not about getting on a bus, getting off the bus. It's about seeing it, experiencing, tasting different cultures.
Nice. I like it. And let's go to Ruth. Ruth, tell us about your business.
So I'm a writer, and my particular delight is writing for online business. So anybody who has a website might want to get in touch with me because I can zing up the website. I can make it look much more exciting and much more vital simply with writing. I also love to work with clients to do their email newsletters, which are great sales tools. Writing is a joy because it's collaboration. And I'm a team player, which is sort of odd to hear when you think about a writer locked up in a room day after day after day. But thank God for the internet. It brings us all together. It brings me a lot of business.
Yeah, right on. I like it. Now, Jackie, before I turn this over to Mike for you and Mike to talk a little bit, what I'd like you to do is tell me one thing that if you were to say, someone were to say to you, why should I join NRG? Jackie, go. Give me one thing. Now, if you give me two, we're going to cut your mic off, so you're only allowed one. Give me one cool thing about being an NRG member.
The connections.
All right, the connections. I like it, and we'll talk more about that. And let's go to Ruth. Ruth, give me one good thing about being an NRG member.
Yeah, I'd have to say thank you, Jackie. The connections.
All right.
And out of the connections come the referrals.
Okay, good deal. Mike, I'm going to back out, and you, Jackie, and Ruth go ahead and have a groovy conversation, and I'll come back in. But when I come back, we're not talking about the Orioles. Go ahead, Mike.
All right, so Ruth, I'm going to start with you. I've got two questions for each of you. So Ruth, when a new company starts and they come to you, what are two things that you can do for them immediately to get them traction, to get them branded, to get them to the next level? What are two things that you can do for that new business owner just starting out?
So I can help them establish their goals, because without goals, it's really difficult to move forward. And in a new business, you've really got to have goals so you know where you're headed. So I help them establish goals, and then we establish a timeline to help them identify what they need to talk about, how they need to move themselves forward in the public eye. Whether that's an online presence, which is where I come in, although I can write a lot of snail mail campaigns as well. It's the whole range of possibilities, and people need help figuring that out as well. They kind of want to go, yeah, I'll do everything. Okay, have you got the budget for that? Here's what's going to make the most sense. Here's what's going to bring you the best bang for your buck. So because I've had so many years in business, I bring not just my writing expertise, but I also bring my business savvy to help people really start to get clear about what they want to do and what's realistic for them.
Awesome. I love that answer. Thank you very much. Second question. One thing I notice about you, we've worked together. You're in your second year with me now. You're always trying to help everybody out. What is your mindset when you come to a NRG networking Zoom or just a networking event in general? Because you've definitely got that servitude attitude of helping everybody. What is Ruth's mindset when she comes to a networking event?
You're right, Mike. It is, what can I do for other people? Because it comes back to you. There's a generosity of spirit that I think we have to extend to the world, and that does return. Um, Plus, I so much. I've been around for a while and kind of have the earth things. I'm always glad to reach out, suggest things. There are new possibilities people might want to consider. And it's collaboration. I love that part.
Awesome. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right. So, Jackie, I'm going to go to you. One thing about you and me, you got that energy. I love that. There's a Jewish term, chutzpah. You got that pop, you got that fever. I always start with you. I'd love you to share with everybody what you say when we start that Philly meeting. And then what is it? Have you always been like that? Or is the energy and your charisma and that pop that I call it, is that something you've developed over the years, or has that always been ingrained with you?
I'm laughing because my poor sister is probably groaning at the moment. Yes, I was born this way. And I start out our Wednesday meetings by saying, "Good morning, Philadelphia NRG." Hey, my dad used to say, if you're on the right side of the grass, everything will take care of itself. And I believe that too.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I know it's been an interesting couple of years with COVID and different things. You always come to every meeting with a positive attitude, a happy face. What is it about travel that gets you really juiced up to help somebody? What's that, with me, it's connecting people and networking, and that's my big thing, and law of attraction. What is it for Jackie that gets you excited to send that couple on a river cruise?
Giving them a different experience, giving them a different way of looking at life through the lens of a great vacation, giving them excitement, giving them new cuisine, giving them new vistas. It can all be new. Even if you've been to a place more than once, it can always be new again.
Awesome. Appreciate it, Jackie. Thank you. And I've had a great time working with both you and Ruth, as we're now in our second year. So we're waiting for Leon to come back in, and I'm going to flip it back to Leon in the studio.
All right, great. Thank you, Mike and Jackie and Ruth. I want to talk about just one more thing. Ruth, for you, one of the things that I see is I see these companies that develop websites, and they do a really good job at the way it looks, the way it dances and moves, and to use Mike's term about Jackie, the way it pops, right? I see some really sharp websites, and then I read them, and I'm like, huh? Did anybody look at this? Who wrote this? So, Ruth, how do you convince someone that they need your services? You know they need it. I know they need it. Mike knows they need it. Jackie knows they need it. How do you convince someone else who thinks their stuff is right and it's not? Go ahead.
So actually, Mike has given me a great way to begin that conversation, and that is using the term help. I have a lot of experience in writing for websites. I looked over your website. I think I might be able to make it even better. And I think there might be a couple of areas where we could really improve the clarity of your message. And that's going to bring more visitors to your websites. That's going to bring you more revenue. You always have to make those connections.
Yeah. And Jackie, in regards to travel, because I worked in hotels for 35 years, worked with hotel companies and did training for just about every brand out there. And one of the things that I would hear from hotel sales directors and from hotel guests, particularly in the last 7 or 8 years or so, was, I can just go online and find out anything I want about your area. I can just go here. I can ask a friend. And I would often think, you're not really getting the full piece of that city. You're not getting the full flavor of the country or whatever it is you're going to. Tell me, in your world, how do you get people to buy into that? If they talk to you, you're going to help make sure they have a better experience.
Because I have curated and vetted most of the hotels and experiences. Given you can search online and find any hotel, any city in the world, but have you been there? Has someone that you know and trust been there? Does someone have a connection with the front desk person, or know that right around the corner is the very best croissant you can ever put your mouth on? These are the kinds of little details that make a whole grand experience of a vacation that I bring to the table.
Yeah, I like it. Now listen, we want everyone watching the show, and of course those that are watching the replay. And if you're watching live and you're in, what time is it in Hawaii, by the way? Does anybody know what time it is in Hawaii? Okay, let's make it up. It's
early, maybe?
Yeah, so it's 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. If you're watching in Hawaii right now, and you're thinking, I want to take a trip somewhere, I need to go on a vacation, we want you to get in touch with Jackie to let her help you do that. Jackie, how do folks get in touch with you?
Best way is via email, Jackie, Jackie, at circatravel.com.
All right, great. Thank you. And for everyone who's looking at their website right now and they're thinking, I do need to make it better, I do need some improvements, Ruth, you're the person they should talk to. How do they get in touch with you?
Yep. Email is also my preferred method of communication, at least at first. So it's Ru Lamothe, RULAMOTHE @yahoo.com.
All right, great. Looking forward to both of you getting some great referrals and folks getting in touch with you and sending business your way, and looking forward to hearing great stories from Mike about how you continue to be active NRG members and help others grow their businesses and help others have great experiences in their business and in their travels. So thank you so much for being a part of NRG this week. Thank you both.
Thank you. A pleasure.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And Mike, tell me some hot things that are coming up with NRG this week. We have about 2 minutes remaining. Tell us what's going on good with NRG this week.
Absolutely. Speaker series tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Amberly Shree will send out cards. You can get information at the website, nrg.online. We have the NRG experience, which has really grown. We're having about 90% of the members that come, or visitors that come to that are joining. That is Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. And then we've got all of our regular meetings going on. This is a great week for the visitors to come out. We do have a lot of folks on vacation, but this is a great time for you and me to get to know each other. The members that are here, they're going to help you out. And we've just got a great family community. And this is a great time to come out and check out NRG this week.
I like it. And as always, if you want to get in touch and learn more about Network Referral Group, you go to nrg.online, or you could contact CEO and President Mike Weiner at 443-756-9656. You can get in touch with Mike. And Mike, I know we're not supposed to do it, but we're going to do it anyway, as long as we keep our answers to 10 seconds or less. Here we go. Will the Orioles make the playoffs this year? Yes or no?
Yes.
I say yes. Also, we're going to save this video. We're going to archive this show. And when the Orioles make the playoffs, we're going to play it over and over and over and over and over again. That said, you and I said the Orioles are going to make it. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. NRG this week. I'm Leon Thomas. He's Mike Weiner. See you next Monday at 8 a.m. Here we go.